Stop caring about what others think of you, right? That's what sets, the successful people apart from the people that aren't successful. It's the fact that they believed in themselves, right? They believed that they were going to accomplish a certain goal, right? And they didn't care about, the words that other people were saying towards them, right? Saying things like you're not going to achieve this, or you should think of something else, right? Or this job should be better for you, or you should be doing this, right? You have to have that discernment of knowing whether it's advice or it's a backhanded insult. You know what I'm saying? The enemy will send you people, along your way to detour you away from your path. You know what I'm saying? Detour you away from your goals, right? You have to have that discernment of knowing what's good for you and what's bad for you, bro, right? Whenever you have a goal that you want to achieve within your mind, right? That means you have to put 100% faith in it, right? Do not use or do not think about the words of other people when you're trying to achieve this certain goal, because that right there is literally going to block out your focus, right? If you want to achieve something, you have to have 100% focus. You have to be tunnel visioned. You have to be driven, not just by your own emotions, but by God, right? You have to be driven to achieve this certain thing that you want in your life, right? You want to be a YouTuber, then go become a YouTuber, bro. It doesn't matter what others think about you. Understand that you're doing this for your purpose. You're doing this for the greater good of yourself, right? Now, I'm not saying be selfish and not, take the advice of other people, but make sure that whatever that you want to do in your life, right? If you really want to achieve this certain something, you have to have 100% faith that you're going to achieve it, and you have to block out the negativity. You know what I'm saying? Block out the noise. It doesn't matter if people call you corny, bro. It doesn't matter what the certain person thinks of you. You know what I mean? You have to become stoic, right? You have to adopt this mindset of, you know, not relying on your emotions, right? Being calm throughout your journey, being calm throughout your process of achieving this goal. You know what I mean? Stop relying on your emotions when it comes to getting money, or when it comes to, becoming a businessman, or it comes to being a man of God, right? Don't just be driven by emotions, but be driven by discipline, right? And discipline is getting up and doing the same thing every single day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how your body feels. You're just getting up and doing it every single day. And that's what separates the successful people from the non-successful people, right? Because of the fact that they're very disciplined with their habits, right? They don't care about what others are telling them. They don't care if they don't feel good, right? They don't care if they're in a bad mood or if they're in a good mood. None of that matters. What matters is the fact that you're getting up each and every single day and doing what you have to do, right? You know how many times I've been to the gym and somebody spoke to me about my physique, and they say that they're trying to get like me, and they ask me questions about, what do I do? And I tell them I do what you do. I'm no different from you. I just get up and I do it almost every single day. It doesn't matter how tired I am. It doesn't matter if I'm in a bad mood or if I'm in a good mood, right? I have a certain goal in mind, right? And I want to be in the best shape of my life, right? That is the goal that I have in my mind, right? And it doesn't matter what somebody's telling me, right? I'm going to achieve that goal, right? All that matters is the consistency, right? The fact that I'm able to get up and go to the gym, right? Regardless of how I feel, the fact that I'm being consistent, that's what sets me apart from certain people. That's what sets me apart from certain individuals, right? That's what I told him. It's the consistency, it's the discipline, right? It's the small little habits that I take, know what I'm saying, every day, watching the food that I eat. I used to eat McDonald's like crazy. I used to eat Popeyes. I used to eat a lot of fast food, bro. Like a lot. Like a lot. Like I'm talking like, 4 McChickens in one day. Like I used to go crazy when it comes to that. But I had to realize if I want to be in the best shape of my life, I have to get rid of bad habits. I have to stop putting my emotions over anything. I have to stop, prioritizing how I felt and just prioritize my goal, right? And my goal was to be in the best shape of my life, right? So whatever goal that you have in mind, get rid of the bad habits that are stopping you from achieving that goal. You know what I'm saying? Scrolling on your phone at night, scrolling on your phone in the morning is a terrible habit, bro. When you get up in the morning and you scroll constantly, right? The first thing that it's doing, it is literally killing your memory, right? It is literally killing your long-term memory, right? Constantly scroll on your phone, you're feeling this emotion, and then you scroll onto the next and you feel this, and you scroll onto the next constantly. That's literally going to kill your long-term memory, right? That's what they're trying to do now. They're trying to make sure that you don't remember things. They're trying to make sure that you have mental fog. They're trying to make sure that you're overstimulated to the point where you can't create, to the point where you don't know how to create a business, to the point where you don't know how to create a living for yourself, right? They are literally trying to program you to do these things, right? And us people, we just gotta wake up to that. We just have to come to a realization that, if you want to escape this 9 to 5 job, we have to be creators. The same way that we have a creator in our life, that we have God in our life, we have to use the free will that He has given us, and we have to create. That's what we have to do. Use the ability to use that free will to create many things in your life that can prosper within your life, right? If you have the free will to create YouTube videos, if you have the free will to, become an electrician, if you have the free will to build a house, you know what I'm saying? Use that free will, use that knowledge that God has given you, right? You can even pray to God for knowledge. You can pray to God for wisdom, and He will literally give it to you, bro. Right? Every night I pray to God for wisdom in order for me to get closer to Him. And I get closer to Him every single day. Give me the knowledge that I need to start this online business. And He gives me the knowledge. Give me the knowledge that I need to build this closet. Right? And I built the closet. You just got to communicate with God. Right? You have to understand that God is within your life, bro. You have to understand that He is by your side. Right? And He will literally never leave you. You just have to be consistent with Him. Be disciplined with God. Right? As a humble servant, become disciplined. All that matters, well, not all that matters, but the thing that's most important in your life when it comes to achieving something is the consistency and the discipline. Right? If you're consistent with your habits, right? If you're disciplined with your life, right? You're going to stand out from many people, right? And that's just what it is, right? Especially when you're at a young age, right? Because the thing about my generation is we are so distracted by social media. We're so distracted by the Don Julios and, the parties on the weekends and the frat parties and, the excitement on social media, or excitement that they call it nowadays. You know what I mean? When it's not really excitement, it's just, videos to distract you from your purpose. But that's a whole different, topic to get on. Become consistent with what you got going on. Become disciplined with what you got going on. And understand that God is in your life. And all you have to do is just speak to Him. With that being said, I'm gone. Peace.